DIY furniture project, wife edition. So the issue is we have this entryway bench and it's kind of blank, and when we get in we don't have anywhere to put our stuff and we don't have anywhere to sit down, so we sit on the floor like a 5-year-old and take our shoes off, or we can
make a bench. Let's make a bench. Should we make a bench? Here's the entryway. Let's put it right there.
So this is our plan. I already have a slab that's perfect for this project. We're going to use our 1x3 inch tube steel legs called the Little Summits, and they look like this from the side. Now, normally, we'd only need 2 legs for something like this, but this slab's only an inch thick, so as soon as we put any weight on it, it's going to bow right in the center. So instead of 2 legs, we're going to use 3. 1 on this end, 1 on this end, and then we're going to put 1 in the center like this.
All right, let's get started. I'm going to start by removing all of the bark on the live edge. I'm using a flat pry bar. It's tough to get started, but once you get going, it does get easier. Yeah! I got the majority of the bark off. Now I'm going to get the remainder of it off with 80 grit sandpaper. This is my first time using an electric palm sander, but I got the hang of it pretty quick. We're done with the coarse sandpaper, and now we're going to go to 150 grit. Okay, I think I'm getting better with this palm sander. Maybe. More sanding, 220 this time. After I'm finally done sanding, I'm just going to wipe it all with a clean, damp rag. We're going to use this Danish oil natural finish. You're going to apply it liberally, let it soak, penetrate for 30 minutes. Watch this Danish oil soak into this wood. It's the best. "30 minutes later, we're ready for our second coat. I'm going to put it on just as heavy. Okay, now that I've drenched the wood, I'm going to completely wipe it off with a clean rag. We're finally done for tonight. We're supposed to wait 72 hours. Hopefully we have the patience to wait that long. It's been a few days and we're ready to finish this with our first coat of wipe-on polyurethane. We want to keep the polyurethane thin in hopes to maintain the wood's natural look and feel. Okay, applying the second coat. I've let it dry overnight, and for my final step, I'm going to do a light sand with 1500 grit sandpaper.
First we cut the steel for the legs. Then we drill the holes in the mounts, place the legs, clamp the legs, weld the base, weld the mount, grind the weld, spray the legs, brush the legs, wipe the legs, and then clear coat the legs and let them dry.
Okay, the original plan was to have the middle leg run parallel with the bench, but once we got them all lined up, we really didn't like the way that looked, so we switched it.
Drilled some pilot holes and zipped these screws in to get them mounted.
And that's it. We did it. And now we have a pretty sweet bench. It's functional, solid as a rock. And considering I've never made a single piece of furniture in my life, I think it turned out pretty well.